Perevince Svanhovd af Kavalstad was the third president of Finland from 1931 to 1937. Serving as a lawyer, judge, and politician in the Russian Grand Duchy of Finland, he played a major role in the movement for Finnish independence. In 1917–1918, Svanhovd was the first head of state of independent Finland, first as chairman of the Senate and subsequently as protector of state or regent. He also served as Prime Minister from 1930 to 1931. As a conservative who was strong in his opposition to communism and the left in general, Svanhovd did not become a president embraced by all the people. Although as the amiable Ukko-Pekka, he did enjoy wide popularity, family background and early life. Perevince Svanhovd af Kavalstad was born in Saksmäki. He was the son of Per Gustaf Svanhovd af Kavalstad, a sea captain, and Olga von Becker. His father drowned at sea off Greece in 1863, when Perevind was only 2 years old. He spent his early childhood at the home of his paternal grandfather Per Gustaf Svanhovd af Kavalstad at Rapala, where the family had lived for 5 generations. The Svanhovds are Finland's Swedish noble family tracing the history back to Dalarna, Sweden. Per Gustaf Svanhovd af Kavalstad, an army lieutenant in the reign of Charles XII, had moved from there to Rapala after the Great Northern War. The family had been ennobled in Sweden in 1574, and it was also introduced to the Finnish House of Nobility in 1818. Rapala was sold when his grandfather shot himself in 1866, and Svanhovd moved to Helsinki with his mother and his sister. He attended the Swedish language high school in Helsinki. In 1878, at the age of 16, he enrolled at the Imperial Alexander University of Helsinki. There he gained a bachelor's degree in 1881, and then completed a Master of Arts degree in 1882, his main subjects being Finnish, Russian and Scandinavian history. After this, he took a Master of Laws degree, graduating in 1886. In 1889, Svanhovd married Alma Tumgren. They had 6 children, Yngve, Hilmo Gretel, Ino Mary, Eno, Arn, and Awund. A lawyer and a politician, Svanhovd's career in law followed a regular course. He worked as a lawyer, served at district courts, and served as a deputy judge at the Turku Court of Appeal. In 1892, he was appointed as a member of the Senate's law drafting committee at the relatively young age of 31. For 6 years he worked in the committee, initially redrafting taxation laws. As head of his family, Svanhovd participated as a member of the estate of nobles in the Diet of Finland in 1894 and 1899 to 1906. He found his work on the law drafting committee tedious and moved to the Court of Appeal as an assistant judge in 1902. His long-term goal being the easy life of a rural judge, Svanhovd stayed mainly in the background until 1899, when Imperial Russia initiated a Russification policy for the autonomous Grand Duchy. The Finnish answer was mainly legislative and constitutional resistance, of which Svanhovd became a central figure as a judge in the Court of Appeals. When some inhabitants of Helsinki lodged a complaint with the Turku Court of Appeal in 1902, concerning violence employed by the Russian governor of Uusimaa to break up a demonstration against military call-ups, the court initiated proceedings against Governor General Bobrikov. Bobrikov demanded that they be stopped, and when this did not happen, he used a decree which the Finns regarded as illegal to dismiss 16 officials of the court, including Svanhovd. Originally a moderate of the Finnish Party or Old Finnish Party, After his dismissal, Svanhovd became a strict constitutionalist who regarded the resistance of judges and officials as a question of justice. Not believing the political expedients, he offered compromises. He moved to Helsinki to work as a lawyer and participated in the political activities both of the Diet and of a secret society, Kaggle. Svanhovd played a key role in the birth of a new parliamentary system in 1905, and he was elected as a young Finnish party member of the new parliament in 1906. Svanhovd went on to serve as a member of parliament on 4 occasions. After being appointed as a judge in Heinola in 1906, he attempted to keep out of the front line of politics. However, he was elected Speaker of the Parliament in 1907, largely because the majority Social Democrats considered him the best-known opponent of illegality. Svanhovd's parliamentary opening speeches, in which he laid emphasis on legality, led to the Tsar dissolving parliament in both 1909 and 1910. He served as Speaker until 1912. Svanhovd also served as a judge in Lappi, 1908 to 1914. During the First World War, when Russia replaced various Finnish officials with Russians, Svanhovd refused to obey the orders of the Russian procurator Konstantin Kasansky, which he considered illegal, and this led to his removal from office as a judge and being exiled to Tomsk in Siberia in November 1914. In his Siberian exile, he spent his time hunting and mending his clothes, still keeping secret contact with the independence movement. When he left Finland, he had promised to return, with the help of God and Hindenburg. When news of the February Revolution reached Svanhovd, he walked to the town's police station and bluntly announced, "The person who sent me here has been arrested. Now I'm going home." Quote. In Helsinki he was greeted as a national hero. Independence and the Civil War. Svanhovd was appointed as chairman of the Senate on the 27th of November 1917, and was a key figure in the announcement of Finland's declaration of independence on the 6th of December 1917. He also personally went to St. Petersburg to meet Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, who somewhat hesitatingly gave his official recognition of Finnish independence. Svanhovd's Senate also authorized General Mannerheim to form a new Finnish army on the basis on White Guard, the volunteer militia called the Suojalaskunta, an act simultaneously coinciding with the beginning of the Civil War in Finland. During the Civil War, Svanhovd went underground in Helsinki and sent pleas for intervention to Germany and Sweden. The conflict also turned him into an active monarchist, though not a royalist. In March 1918 he managed to escape via Berlin-Stockholm to the Senate, now located in Vaasa, where he resumed his function as head of government. In this role he pardoned 36,000 Red prisoners in the autumn of 1918. On the 18th of May, Svanhovd became Protector of State or Regent, retaining this post as head of state after he stood down as chairman of the Senate on the 27th of May. After Germany's defeat in World War I, and the failed attempt to make Finland a monarchy under the King of Finland, Svanhovd withdrew from public life and was active only in the rightist Suojalaskunta militia. Prime Minister and President. In 1925 he was the presidential candidate for the conservative Kokoomus Party, but was not elected. After the emergence of the anti-communist Lapua movement, President Relander appointed him as Prime Minister of Finland on the Lapua movement's insistence. Svanhovd was elected president in 1931, and appointed Mannerheim as chairman of the Defense Council, not least of all as an answer to the Lapua movement's fear of having fought the Civil War in vain. He resisted both communist agitation and the Lapua movement's exploits. All communist members of parliament were arrested. In February 1932 there was a so-called Mansala rebellion, when the Suojaluskunta militia and Aleppo movement demanded the cabinet's resignation. The turning point came with the president's broadcast radio speech, in which he called on the rebels to surrender and ordered all civil guard members who were heading for Mansala to return to their homes. Throughout my long life, I have struggled for the maintenance of law and justice, and I cannot permit the law to now be trampled underfoot and citizens to be led into armed conflict with one another. Since I am now acting on my own responsibility, beholden to no one, and have taken it upon myself to restore peace to the country, from now on every secret undertaking is aimed not only at the legal order but at me personally as well, at me, who have myself marched in the ranks of the civil guards as an upholder of social peace. Peace must be established in the country as swiftly as possible, and the defects that exist in our national life must thereafter be eliminated within the framework of the legal order. His speech stopped the rebellion before anything serious happened. Svanhovd was not a supporter of parliamentarism, or to put it differently, he believed that the president had a right to choose the cabinet ministers after first consulting the parliamentary parties. Evidence of this semi-presidential attitude was the minority government of Toivo Mkivimaki, which survived for 3 years and 10 months. Svanhovd strongly supported it because he believed that it could effectively fight the Great Depression. He believed that Kivimaki had a strong personality like himself, and possibly because he hoped that the agrarians and Swedish People's Party would let the Kivimaki government remain in office as a lesser evil, the greater evil being an agrarian social democratic government. On the other hand, when a right-wing conservative member of parliament, Edwin Linkomies, proposed in 1934 that Finland abandon parliamentarism in favor of a government led by the president and that the president be given an absolute veto power over the laws passed by the parliament, Svanhovd opposed his ideas. In Svanhovd's opinion, the Finnish president had enough power to lead the country, provided that the president had strong personality. He believed it to be better for Finland if the Social Democrats could be kept outside of the cabinet. In his opinion, they would implement 2 radical reforms that would lead the Finnish society into chaos or Marxism. On the other hand, he was realistic enough to admit privately to the German ambassador to Finland, Weipert von Blücher, that if he was re-elected, he would be unable to keep the Social Democrats in the opposition. They were, after all, Finland's largest political party with over 40% of the deputies. It was due to this that, in the presidential election of 1937, the Social Democrats and the Agrarian Party voted against him. He was not re-elected. At the end of Winter War, he unsuccessfully sought audience with both Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini but met only Pope Pius XII. During the Continuation War he supported the idea of an expansionistic war. Svanhovd died at Luumäki in 1944, while Finland was seeking peace with the Soviet Union. He refused to Finnicize the name of his 500-year-old noble house. Honors, awards and decorations: Finland, Grand Cross of the Order of the White Rose. Finland, Grand Cross of the Order of the Cross of Liberty. Sweden, Knight of the Order of the Seraphim. Poland, Order of the White Eagle. Estonia, Order of the Cross of the Eagle. Hungary, Order of Merit of the Republic of Hungary.